So what's up, good people? Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your man Mark J. Count It Out, and we're here with another episode of the CountitOut TellDaTruth podcast. Now I know it's been a long time since we had the chance to, talk, and express ourselves on this platform, but we back at it again. Don't get it twisted. So without further ado, we're just going to look, and just to let y'all know, we're gonna tell the truth. Full opinions, uncut, uncensored, about anything. There's no limits, no boundaries. We're talking about it all. So, okay, first thing on the agenda, the body cams. Police officers still ain't operating these fucking body cams the way they're supposed to. Now this shit is crazy because before they wasn't wearing them. Now they wearing them, but they wearing them, but they ain't turned on. Like, what the fuck are you wearing them for? They not a fashion statement. Okay, so what brings me to that story is, okay, what's going on in the news is in Minnesota there was a white woman who called the police, because there was a sexual assault going on in her neighborhood. So, naturally, she expected the police to arrive and she could point them in the right direction. But what ended up happening, she had a little confrontation with the police officer, which ultimately ended in the use of deadly force. Okay, now she wasn't shot multiple times, but she was shot one time, which happened to be fatal. Now, the reason why we don't know what really happened is because the Officer Noor, who happened to be a black guy, Officer Noor had a body cam on, but he didn't have it turned on. So right now we're back in a pickle because we're trying to figure out, okay, what the fuck happened? Now all we can go off is what you say, what your partner says, and we already know that's being biased because we know your partner's gonna hold it down for the team. Or will he? See, we seen this pattern going on. You dig what I'm saying? When you was killing black men, when you was killing black women, when you was killing black children. Yeah, they was gonna hold it down. The police force was gonna hold it down, have your back, and say, you know what? Excuse me. Say, you know what? Maybe they had a reason. Maybe she gave them, or maybe they gave them a reason to shoot them. Because you should just go along with what the police officer says, and then you can't go wrong. So is that the case now, people? With Justine Rusco, a white Australian woman, unarmed, is that the same case? Are y'all gonna treat this the same way y'all treated Philando Castile? The same way y'all treated Alton Sterling? The same way y'all treated Sandra Bland, Mike Brown? The list goes on. Because I'm just waiting to see, okay, when are y'all gonna pull out the criminal record? She ever been to jail? She ever been arrested? What did she have in her system? Was it weed? Don't tell me she had weed in your system, because weed that alter your system. Y'all alter your system and your senses and all that good shit. So she might have had weed in the system. Are you gonna tell me that? Or maybe she had a Facebook post, doing some illegal activities. Maybe she was drinking a little too much. Maybe she was doing a little extracurricular activities. Because I need y'all to make that same case that y'all made to justify those other killings for black people for this same shit right here. So I'ma keep y'all posted and let y'all know what's going on and what's the updates. And you know what? I can make a prediction right now. I tell you one goddamn thing. They gonna make it a mandatory thing for all police officers to have them damn body cams turned on. Now, you ain't got to take my word for it, but you already seen this shit. This is our country we live in, people. Okay? Alcohol, crack, shit not a problem when it's not messing up lily white land. And I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just keeping it a buck, and I'm doing what? I'm telling the truth. You feel what I'm saying? It wasn't a problem until it crossed over and it started affecting lily white land. So now, y'all can see why the fuck Colin Kaepernick was taking a knee for the past 2 years. Y'all can see why all these peaceful protests that really didn't, do anything, but y'all can see why we was riled up trying to figure out, well, what the fuck do we need to do, man? This is what needs to happen, and it's sad to say. This is what needs to happen. This shit needs to happen to all people so it can be changed for all people. But hey, that's my take on the motherfucking body cams. But in the same breath, you know, on the lighter note, we're gonna move past. We're gonna move past the body cams. In other news, okay, there was this young woman who came up with this new emoji. Okay, it's a new emoji for mobile apps and all that good stuff. And it's a woman in a hijab. Now, if you don't know what a hijab is, that is that scarf that the females wear in the Islamic faith. You know, I'm not exactly sure what it symbolizes, but you will see it very commonly, females wearing it out of respect for their religion. So she came up with an app that actually, you know, is color coordinated. I guess that's how you say it, because, you know, it goes from, it's not just white Muslims or black Muslims. It's all, you know, multiracial emoji, if you will. And I thought that was pretty dope, you know, and her reasoning was she just wanted to see something that looked like her. Now, you never know, people. This could actually be the start of something real good, because from, you know, religious emojis to, now you're gonna have somebody doing some Christian emojis. Now you're gonna have somebody doing some Buddhist emojis. You know, hey, are they gonna do, this is what I want to know, are they gonna do male Muslims? Because, you know, a lot of male Muslims, especially black Muslims, they have the, you know, that hat, it's like kind of like a small box hat, no brim. But, you know, we're gonna see what they doing with that. So from this point on, it can only open up a lot of doors and a lot of opportunities for other people to, you know, make themselves unique with these new emojis. Now, I seen one sister, I went on social media, and I seen one sister, she said, okay, they got vomiting emojis, they got the hijab emoji, they got zombie emojis. I'm just waiting for them to make an emoji so I can make, you know, the family emoji black instead of yellow. You know, and I said, well, damn, they didn't do that yet? They said, no, they got individual emojis, but they ain't make the whole family thing. They ain't make the whole family thing black yet. And I was like, wow. And then I started thinking about that. I was like, well, shit, okay, if they do an all black family one, then do an all white family one, what if they got mixed race? Are they going, how creative can you get with these damn emojis? We got to look into this type of shit, people. But listen, like I said, and like what I stand for, you know, no limits, no boundaries. Don't ever tell yourself no. Don't ever make nobody else make their mind up for you. You make your mind up for your damn self. Okay? So with this, you know, shout out to the sister. I don't really know her name off the top of my head, but hey, y'all know I'ma keep y'all posted about the shit, you know, and let y'all know exactly what's going down with that. Now, okay, it's come that time where I gotta speak on this R. Kelly shit. Now, y'all know how much of a big fan I am of Robert Kelly. Y'all know how much of a big fan I am of Rob Kelly. So, y'all, they had this big little melee about him having a cult of women or some shit like that, and against their will, and oh, he's such a bad person. But then recently, there's been a couple of videos of the girl who the family was looking for him. It's crazy how they was looking for him, and as soon as they say they looking for him, this video pop up. So 2 videos, and in the recent video, the daughter says, "Dad, you're the one who dropped me off here." She said, nigga, you knew what was going on. You fucking this up for me, nigga. If you don't shut the fuck up, you are fucking this up for me, nigga. See? So she pretty much said, you dropped this off. So now it makes me look at this a whole different way. Because first of all, they're not underage. Okay? They are all well consensual age to know what the fuck they know. Okay? She said he dropped her off. And now keep in mind, if you were so, you know, disturbed by R. Kelly's image or what have you, it ain't like the damn sexual allegations was sacred and like you couldn't find out. This was public knowledge, nigga. Everybody knew about this shit. Everybody knew about this shit. So for you to just look, nigga, you dropped your daughter off with R. Kelly. Okay, if you really thought he was a bad person, what the fuck was that shit? Oh, you thought you was about to get broke off some of that money. No, nigga. No, nigga. You is not in that loop. That's A and B situation or transaction. You trying to see your way in, but you gotta see your way to shut the fuck up. Okay? Because you're not gonna come at the king like that too many more times. Okay? Because y'all know how Beyonce got the beehive and Nicki Minaj got the barbs. R. Kelly got the we gotta come up with some R. Kelly because I don't want it to sound gay or nothing. So we definitely need to come up with something. But yo, he got ride or die fans like that. No lie. No lie, no lie, no lie. So anyway, man, listen. That R. Kelly shit is crazy. But y'all know I'm missing something right now. Y'all know how I normally do the show with my co-hosts and how we normally get busy to the meat and potatoes. So what we gonna do is I came up with a little segment, you know, to holler at my homegirl Alliejay, so she can give you that woman's perspective, all that good shit. So right now, what we about to get into, I'm about to call her up right now. We about to get into Ask Alliejay. So without further ado, we about to Ask Alliejay. Alliejay?
Here.
Oh shit. We got Alliejay on the motherfucking line, people.
Hey y'all.
Yeah. So look, Alliejay, I was explaining to the people how we came up with this new segment called Ask Alliejay. So, you know, first of all, before we even get into that, Alliejay, since it's been so long since the people have heard from you, how you been?
I'm great. I want to shout out Alyssa. She turned 1 today.
Woo woo.
Yeah, I've been great. I got
you are planning a birthday party?
I'm single. The birthday party's on Friday. Yeah.
Did you say you were single?
I am.
So is that going to be a kid birthday party? Because you're only one now. So you got nothing but grown-ups coming to that damn party, huh?
No, I got kids coming.
It's
kids coming.
Okay, it's going to turn up after 9 though, right?
But the after party though.
Oh shit, I ain't messing with you.
My friend want to bring Jello shots. That's all I know, because it's a kid party.
I'm saying, but you know, she could just keep them in the fridge until.
Keep them in the fridge for.
I'm saying, because you know they're gonna go to sleep at some point.
Yeah, you already know. You already know.
You know, so you might have a potential new boo come through. You never know, Alex.
No, that's my kid party.
See?
No, not yet.
So look,
what
fuck
I'm
this.
trying to do. Okay, wait, go ahead, because I got to say.
No. Carry on, Alliejay, because this is your moment. This is your segment, shit.
Let me tell you what I'm trying to do, right?
Okay.
So, a trade told me to wait until my daughter's father got a new boo, and then come out that I got a new boo.
Oh, so keep it under wraps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a good idea?
Shit. Oh shit! You know what, Alliejay? I think that might be a good idea.
I think that's the best idea.
You gotta wait till he get involved. Wait till he get involved, and then it start being a conflict. And then, because you know they always, you know, in those situations, their first girlfriend always the one that try to be the bigger person. Like, listen, I care about your daughter. I want him to be his daughter, and I need to be women about this. Y'all can't.
I'd rather that. I'd rather that. Let the shorty come to me on some like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling bitches straight up, like, I don't give a fuck. So keep them sis. You don't have no problems with me. I'm not that baby mama that you got to wonder about. Like, is this sis? I can't do this.
You can happen. So what if they was like, you know what? Check this out. When she's with her father, I'm mommy now. So, you know, we both can be mommy. She can call me mommy Karen, and you be mommy Allie, and then, you know, that's what you do.
Nope.
You know what that?
Nope. If you're not a Mrs. his last name, don't even think that you about to have my daughter calling you mom. Like, don't even try it. And see, that's why I be like, I let it be known to my baby father, like, listen, we have this respect for each other. I'm not gonna have my babies calling no other man daddy. Don't have these bitches out here. Like, now that would make me ratchet baby mama. Like, that would literally send me.
So that kind of leads me into my first question, because I get all these questions from social media, and so since I can't give them the women perspective, that juice, we gotta ask Alliejay. So Alliejay, for just to start this question off, I know you just got out of a relationship. Was it a bad breakup? Or was it a good breakup?
I would say it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. I mean, it wasn't like the best type of breakup, but I don't. What is a good or bad breakup? You know, it's bad regardless. But we learned. We ended on friendly terms, so that's why I can say it was.
Okay, so it was a mutual thing. It was y'all
right.
was mature about it and all that good stuff, right?
Right.
Okay, so the question is, the first question for Ask Alliejay is, would you date somebody again who you had a previous bad breakup with?
It would have to be, honestly, a totally different person. Like, if it was a bad breakup, it's like you would have to be, or a bad relationship, period. You would have to be a totally different person. I could not date you, and I know you still doing the same thing that I dealt with in the relationship. Like, or I'm gonna just have, it would be on the female level. She is just accepting that person, all of it, the baggage, all that.
So, okay. So my question is, okay, now, once if you do decide for any reason to take them back, do you have to have amnesia? Can you totally say, okay, I forgave you, so I'm not gonna bring up no other shit again?
You have to. You kind of have to have that. You gotta have that forgiveness, and that's what I think real relationships lack nowadays. Like, you have to. You can't be like, okay, I forgive you, then y'all good, and the first thing happens that is like shouldn't have happened in somebody's mind. Then you want to bring up every bad thing that happened when we was in a relationship? No, like we're not on that. You know what I'm saying? Unless, but it gets bad because what if the person does something that's similar to something? You know what I'm saying? That they did,
and it just brings back all that shit.
Yeah,
like, oh, no, this is a
which
pattern,
would normally happen. Yeah, which would normally happen. That's why it's like I wouldn't want, like, it would have to be. I would have to see the change in the person before I'd be like, yeah, I could just. Because like people do change though, so maybe.
Now, I mean, that's true. People do change, but now, okay, is there a time limit that you would make it? Like, it has to be at least, because see, check this out. You know, when guys don't have consequences to their actions, we ain't gonna change. Mm-hmm. You know, so I mean, would it be a time limit that you would suggest at least to give them a chance to, notice and acknowledge that they have changed? Because it can't just be a couple days.
No, we have to date again. You got to go through the whole dating process again, talking process again. Yes. What do you mean? Like,
start all over?
Because you literally have to start all over. Like, you literally have to start all over. We're friends. Then we're dating. Like, it can't just be, okay, we break up. We're not together for a month, 2 months at the most, and then we back together, and then you doing the same shit again. Of course, the person's gonna bring up everything at the first instinct of something, a bad vibe. That person's gonna think of all the shit, and if it's too bad or if it's close to that pattern, we bringing that up. So that's why I say it takes time. Like, you gotta go through all these steps again. I feel like, and then more importantly, you have to have forgiveness. And if you don't know how to forgive someone, if you're the type of person who holds grudges, hold things in, can't get over things well, like, you're not, you don't need to be in a repeat relationship, I would say. Right?
That's some deep shit right there, Alliejay. So let me ask you this now. Okay, in this dating again process now, is it non-physical? Because you dealing with somebody that was making you call out for Jesus. Making you call out for Jesus.
Now, when it comes to that cake, that's at that person's discretion because, you know what I'm saying? Alliejay can't be the answer for that because I probably would still be humping him. Like,
oh, Lord, see, I know fuck around and get stigmatized.
I mean, no, you can't listen. You can only get stigmatized once. Shorties, once we figure out how to, like, where that nigga stands, we're no longer stigmatized by you no more. We might still want the dick, but we will never get back on you on the way that we were before.
Okay, wait a minute, Alliejay. I'm gonna need you to repeat that one more time. You say, what's the formula for being stigmatized? You said there's a counter formula. You said once what?
No, I said once you get over, like once you figure out that the man has you stigmatized. We find a nigga off dick. We just like, man, we know if we want to fuck him or not. Boom, we fuck him. Got us hooked. We don't realize that he got us hooked. So, I mean, we going through the stages of like being a girlfriend before a girlfriend. That's when that's when we doing everything. We calling out of work. We introducing him to friends. We doing too much. You know what I'm saying? We doing all that. Boom. We with him. Boom. However we can be with him. Either we in a relationship or we still fucking, you stigmatized. Once you realize you're stigmatized, it's probably a breakup. He probably cheated on you. Some crazy shit happened. You just realize, like, yo, I done gave this. I'm too in tune with him. I'm losing myself. That's when you realize you're stigmatized. That's when you step out of it and you realize, like, okay, this man, I was doing all of this shit before him, and I'm not doing none of this shit. It's just all him. And when you're not feeling like you getting it back, though, that'd be the shit, like. Because females, we don't mind being submissive. We don't mind going out of our way for the right man. But if we're not getting nothing back and we're feeling like and we're realizing that we're just losing ourselves, all right, like that's when queens got to realize, like, look at ourselves in the mirror like, yo, step back. This nigga is just dick. Then we feel dumb. Like, we was just really hooked on this man. And all that dick or all that time, all that fake shit he was kicking to us, you was just stigmatized. Like, you just, and females, we go through it. We go through it. And it sucks. But then sometimes you get a good nigga. Sometimes, then I be realizing, like, some niggas, it take the right type of female to make them change, like, them. And I don't like when females say a female can change a man, because you can't, but the right female will motivate a man to, like, be the man he's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
That's so true. That's so true. So in a nutshell, to the question, in a nutshell, if you could sum it up, could you or should you redate somebody who you had a bad breakup with?
You could. I don't know about if you should or not. I would say you could, but be willing to forgive. If you're not willing to forgive and really start over, then you should not.
Okay.
That's my answer.
Okay. I could definitely dig that. So look, Alliejay, I know I'm going to be all over the place with this next question, but recently in news, there's been a lot of talk on interracial dating and interracial marriages or whatnot. And my question to you is, I'm going to come at a different angle with it. Do you have any siblings, any brothers?
I do.
You got brothers?
I got sisters. I have sisters.
You got sisters? Okay. Now check this out. Have you seen, are they older than you?
One's older, and I have two younger sisters.
Okay, now have you got any of your relationship advice from your older sister?
Yeah.
Or did you look at her experiences or anything like that?
Definitely.
Okay, because see, what I was saying is coming from it, and then did you take her experiences and you kind of did you channel them with your experiences? Did you kind of?
I always find something to learn from
Okay.
whoever I'm close with relationships. So like definitely types of men like I wouldn't date, or just different types of men I learn from, like the people I'm around, like my sister, my older sister. She dates in her past, she dated like different types of men that like I personally wouldn't date, like the nerdy type men. I wouldn't date
Hmm.
those, but I just learned different characteristics and different stuff from them. So yeah,
Did
but
you did you learn what men not to date from her?
mm, yeah,
Kind of, sorta.
yeah, yeah, I can say that. But at the same time, it's like I've learned that from myself too. You know what I'm saying? But I've learned that definitely. I could say that I've learned from my sisters what men not to date.
Okay. Okay. Now, what I'm saying is, as far as how that correlates with interracial dating and interracial marriages, is I don't have nothing against interracial dating or interracial marriages, but what I do have something against is the reasoning behind it. You see, if you are attracted to a person and their personality and the type of person they are, that's cool. But when you start to explain your preference into, okay, because black women, they treat their men like this and they treat their men
Oh
like that,
yeah.
I would say when you look at it, look at how many black men would say that, but how many black men grew up watching their older sisters or their sisters deal with relationships. Because, see, that's where they could have made their mind up. Like, if I got a sister and I'm seeing her playing her man, or I'm seeing her having a dude on the side, or, the
Mhm.
way she just treats him and she just maybe nagging, or maybe she might be,
Right. Right.
just ratchet out all day. I'm going to be like, oh,
Mhm.
that's all black women. My sister, my closest woman to me is my sister, my mom, and they like that, so that's got to be all women.
Oh, I see what you said.
You
I
know?
get that. I get that.
So I'm saying, okay, Alliejay, this is Ask Alliejay question from social media. Do you think that plays a part in the decision for black men to only want to date non-black women?
I think so. I think because of how they perceive the women in their lives and what they've seen from the women in their lives, that's why they date, outside their race. And I just take from what they say, because every black man that I have known or seen date outside their race, they always like have some type of negative conception on black women. Like, well, y'all women just too, y'all like, we're too loud, we're too ghetto, we're too, like opinionated. This one man told me like he don't like dating black women because we're like too independent. Like then we let it be known what the things that we've done on top of like what a man does. And I understood what he said, because it's like he was saying like his girlfriend or bash him like, yeah, I'm paying this $1,000 rent. And he's like, but she's not thinking about like the times I bought her son shoes, or like the food that I bring in the house, or, you know what I'm saying, sending her to get her nails done, shopping and stuff. And I'm like, I understand that. And I know as a woman, I've done it before. Like, I don't know why we just always have to say or demand our respect in that way, where we're like intimidating or undermining a man. But I can understand why some black men would be intimidated by that to date a white woman. Maybe they just too weak not weak, but
Mm,
maybe they
mm.
just don't want to deal with a black woman. Because I just hate when men tell me that black women are too, like, just weak. Like, they be trying to make us seem like we're weak. No, we're not. So when when we're telling you, yeah, we're doing all of this and that, I understand how we need to calm it down for a black man. We do. We need to calm it down for any kind of man. We shouldn't be talking to men like that. But y'all need to stop looking at us like they don't. I don't know. Y'all niggas don't be respecting like black women. Some men. I'm not gonna say all men, because I know some men who really like respect a black woman. But I can understand why some black men just be turned off and just want to date white women. I don't like it, but I mean.
Okay, so all right. So in your opinion, do you think it's anything that black women could do, or do you think it's all about the black man? He has to make the decision ultimately. Is there anything you could do to like sway it?
I feel like as black women, we just need to know how to talk to our black men better, and we don't, because it's like we seen our mamas and grandmamas probably being submissive to their husband. You know what I'm saying? Like granddaddy pay all the bills. Grandma just been in the house for all her life, and that's probably how their mamas been raised. We millennial women are not we just know that it's out here for women to have it just as easy or better as a man. So we don't let even our men ever feel like he's overpowering that. You understand? Like we kind of always try to make them, and some men like it. You know what I'm saying? Some men like an independent woman. Some men like a woman that, like, I'm gonna have $100K in my bank account. You know what I'm saying? Because that woman probably not throwing it in his face on some bashful shit. Like, women, we gotta stop doing it like that. We need to just be on it, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, matching 100K bank accounts, not like I got this shit too, nigga. Like, because that's what making these white women is over here being quiet, working down for these black niggas, like learning how to cook and shit. Black bitches probably don't even really know how to cook. Like, all the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was really in the kitchen with, I don't know how many times I was really in the kitchen. Like, I know some people were, like, my best friends cooking the fuck down, like, but I'm one of the girls that wasn't in the kitchen. So it's a lot of girls like me who don't be cooking, like, you know what I'm saying? We're not doing that. And like, as a man, and nowadays, like, these niggas really want, all right, if you want that, then you need to learn how to be a better black man for us. Like, you don't even know how to change a tire, but you know dinner cook. Okay, like, no, I'm here to get you together, sir. But you know what I'm saying? Like, but we do gotta calm down, though, like, because we losing these black men be gay, dating white women, and I don't have no problem with it. I'm pro-love, everything. Like, I don't hate being, like, interracial marriages. I would rather see, black love, but, you love who you love, marry who you marry. So, but, like, look, and I'd be thinking it, like, maybe these mothers back in the day didn't, like, know how to do it. So some niggas be gay, like, they've been around their mamas their whole life. They don't know how to be nothing but, feminine, like, some girls don't know nothing but how to fucking talk to niggas any kind of way because they mama talk to niggas any kind of way. Some niggas' daddies used to beat on mama. So some fucking, niggas beating on their girlfriends. They can't, It's like, it passes on. One person out of a million is on some shit like, nah, but the black woman, I'm gonna just date a white woman. I'm gonna do the opposite, total opposite. It'd be those weird ass niggas Uncle Tom niggas who want to be, like, black as fuck, who don't want to be black, like Uncle Ruckus, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, real life Uncle Ruckus is out here, like, y'all niggas don't even like being black. Like, I don't like that kind of nigga, but I don't like that kind of nigga. And I just saw the OJ. No, the OJ song, like, you still nigga like that. Still nigga, like, alright.
Still nigga.
Alright, Marjay. I'm so weak. You got me you said 10 minutes. Ask Alliejay is gonna be so long. You gotta cut it a lot.
Yes, listen, but look. Okay, Alliejay, but before we end this segment, let everybody know where they can contact you. Maybe they might want to talk to you directly. Maybe they just want to show you some love. So let them know all your platforms.
All right, y'all can follow me on Instagram, just Alliejay. Y'all can get at me on Facebook, Alliejay Copeland. On Snapchat, Alliejay Rose. At Twitter, Alliejay Rose. All my platforms. Mark J got me all over over YouTube, over Instagram, so y'all can find me. Ask me anything.
And there you have it. That
All
was
right.
the segment of Ask Alliejay. All right, good people. So now y'all heard from that great segment of Ask Alliejay. Now I just want to go a step further, man, with this relationship talk because, I was having this conversation with a young lady, and she was basically saying to me how hard she thought it was to find somebody, worth, starting a relationship with. And she was like, well, I'm not really sold on, this online dating thing. I mean, especially something like, like Tinder or something, because, ain't that like a hookup site? And what I really wanted to express to her, and what I want to express to you as well, people listening, is it does not matter. I repeat, it does not matter where you meet somebody. What matters is, once you do meet, how that person is from there. See, a lot of people think that, just because you find somebody in a bar, that doesn't make them an alcoholic no more than it makes a person you find at church holier than thou. You dig what I'm saying? We're all human. We all do a collective of things, but that one thing, those activities that you may find us at, or you may find them doing, or something like that, that is just a part of their day. You never know. You meet somebody in a bar, you don't know why they're in that bar. It could be a friend's birthday party. It could be just a long day after work, partying with the co-workers, something like that. You meet a guy in church. You meet a woman in church. You don't know why they there. You assume, because it's church, right? But you don't know. That could be the church they grew up in. That could be his mama's church, her mama's church, family church or something like that. They could have been invited just like you. So look, don't get so caught up in where you meet somebody thinking that is going to determine, the future of how progressive your relationship can be. Okay, so, and here's another thing, another point to make on that. If all you do is go to work, come home, go to the gym, go to church, or certain things like that, and those aren't the places you want to meet somebody to get involved with, or maybe have interests, like that, then where else would you find? See, the World Wide Web, social media and stuff like this, you gotta understand, there's a lot of crazies out there, but there's a lot of crazies in person, period. So these are real people with profiles, okay? Now you can decide when it's too soon to meet up, or when it's not too soon to meet up, or what you want to talk about in this conversation, but see how safe that is? That saves you time, that saves you money. You getting to know these people online. Maybe you might go a step further and go to, maybe FaceTiming. That's safe as well. Maybe getting to the Snapchatting, video chatting, all that good stuff. So there's ways to work in steps. Don't just get caught up thinking that, okay, because somebody else did it, or because somebody else said this, ain't that a hookup site, girl? No, don't get caught up on it. Don't let people make your mind up for you, okay? Because at the end of the day, we're talking about your happiness. We're talking about you being happy. So I just want to stress that to you guys, man. I mean, meet somebody off a POF or a Tinder or something like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be, quote unquote, hooking up. Your conversation depends on what you want to talk about. That's what makes the difference. Okay, find somebody that's going to stimulate your mind first. Don't worry about the physical. That can come second. But look, first you need to find somebody that's going to stimulate your mind. Okay, that's going to hold your attention. Okay, and that's not going to be talking about, vulgar and, explicit, obscene shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because people like that, they're like brain dead, man, honestly. Because, like, you don't have anything else to talk about, honestly. Like, what are your goals? Beware of the people who care about what makes you happy. Those are the ones you want to pay the most attention to, because those are the people who care. The one that takes the time out to know, okay, what are you into? What are your interests? How do you like that? How long you been doing that? Or you got any plans? What are your goals for that? What are your career goals and different things like that? Find out those people who actually care about what makes you happy. Okay, and it doesn't matter where you find them. Like I say, the conversation that comes once you do meet, that determines who a person is. You know, we hear about don't judge a book by its cover. Well, don't judge a book by its cover, okay? You know, just because of where you met him, man, you can't just assume somebody is just this type of person. But look, hey, that was my 2 cents on that. Which leads us to our last topic of the day before we get up out of here. My man Michael Vick, I gotta talk about you. My fellow BA native, I gotta talk about my man Michael Vick, okay? Because I didn't exactly agree with what he said, but I can kind of, you know, see where he was coming from. So I'm gonna try to smooth it over for you, Mike. So real quick, he made some comments about Colin Kaepernick, you know, and maybe some suggestions on what he could do to get back on the right track and get signed by a team, for real, honestly. So what he said was Colin Kaepernick should cut his hair and be more presentable and be business ready, you know, clean up his image. But what he failed to realize was Colin Kaepernick cleaning up his image, he doesn't have a bad image, okay? He's not a criminal. See, I understand what you're saying, Michael Vick. I understand what you were saying. What you were really getting at is, okay, you know, typically when somebody's in a bad light shined on them, you want to try to eliminate anything that they could say. Okay, you want to come with a professional demeanor, that type of image to give out the vibe of, look, I'm just here to do business, and then I'll be on my little merry way. Okay, but in this case, this is not a criminal offenses that he was doing. This was actually some civil rights equality type of thing that he was doing. Okay, so his hair really doesn't have nothing to do with it. Okay, and now you may say, well, what does hair really have to do with anything? Well, you know, there's actually college programs that would say, and that did the research with statistics that would show that, you know, business ready people in the business world, the corporate world, they aren't too kind to braids and dreads and different things like that, you know. I actually, back home in Hampton University, there's a business school there, and they won't let you in the business program if you have locks, you know. So you may call it stereotyping, but at the end of the day, they know something we don't know. They do the research. Business is all about what works and what doesn't work. Okay, so they know all the statistics on what's going to work out and, you know, what's not. So hey, there might be something to that, and that might be where Michael Vick was trying to, you know, allude to. But all in all, it really didn't come off right, Mike, because we know your history criminally, which is why you had to take some few extra steps, you know, to, you know, brush up and clear your image up. So I do understand the helping hand he was trying to lend out, but it just didn't come off that right. It just didn't come off that good, seeing that the first thing you jump to is, what he need to do first off is cut his hair. That's just what he need to do. I mean, shit, y'all see the hair, don't you? Hey, nah, you know, so look, man, my man Michael Vick, I understand. I think that would have just been better if he would have tweeted that shit. But the fact that we got all the audio, they gonna run away with that, Mike. So, but don't worry, the way shit is going in this world today, they gonna forget about it in a couple weeks. So you got that going for you, Mike. But look, man, that's all the time we got for y'all today, man. You know, I was happy to be back, happy to talk to y'all. I'm glad y'all still fucking with me, listening to me and different things like that. And y'all know I'm gonna be back more consistently now, you know, more consistently now. So check this out. Believe in yourself 100%, never tell yourself no. No limits, no boundaries, go for your dreams. You know, can't nobody stop you but you. And if you want to hit me up and, you know, do any comments or chat it up with your boy, you can holler at me on Instagram at markj_CountitOut. You can see me on the Snapchat at MJCountitOut. You can get me on the Twitter at MarkJCountitOut. And if you want to, you know, actually get a little personal with a nigga, you know, you can hit me up on Facebook at Mark J. Jones. You dig what I'm saying? And also, if you got any requests or any things like that, some content you want to get on, some topics you might want to talk about, you can hit me on those social media platforms, or you can hit me at my email at okrap@gmail.com. So look, I'm not gonna talk your head up no more. Thank you for fucking with me, man. It's Mark J, and this is Count It Out, Tell the Truth podcast, and I'm out.